Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World and the Black Business School. And you guys know I've been real intrigued with this Harriet Tubman movie in terms of understanding this. The biggest thing that's really bothered me is this whole black bounty hunter thing and how they're kind of making things up. So I got a message today that I thought I would share with you guys. It's a message from somebody who pointed out a historian that they claimed was connected with the creation of this film. The person was a consultant. I'm going to show you her picture, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit more about her. Here is her picture. Here is the consultant that everybody was talking about. And the lady's name, let's see, I have the information here. Let me see if I can find it here. I want to say Larson. I think that's her last name. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. Kate Clifford Larson. Kate Clifford Larson. She served as the the consulting historian for the Harriet movie. And the interesting thing is that I'm looking here and they're saying that she was the consultant. They didn't say she was a consultant, which means that, a lot of the historical problems and inaccuracies would probably, fall on her lap. I don't know if she picked this black bounty hunter, but this is her website right here. You can go to katecliffordlarson.com, KATECLIFFORD. You see her, you spell her name right here. You can see that. And let's see, I'm looking here and I read through some of her bio. She seems to be an expert on Harriet Tubman. She wrote this book, Bound for the Promised Land, and she has a lot of information here about Harriet. She has a Harriet Tubman biography website, and this is the person they went to. This is their consultant. Now, I will say that personally, I would feel more comfortable if more black consultants were used. I kind of feel that this idea that we have to always use people who are not black to tell black stories kind of bothers me. It even bothers me when I see, black stories being written by a room full of white writers. It's one thing if you have one or two white writers, but it's another thing if you have an entire group of white writers that are, writing up a black story that black people could easily write. You've got black writers out here, you got black historians out here, you got black filmmakers out here, but it almost seems like sometimes the blackness can be a type of window dressing where they don't allow us to sort of operate in the background to produce their content. Like, I'm sure if you went to see who the writers were for the show Friends, I don't think you're going to see a bunch of black people writing a white story to convince white people to go watch more TV, right? But instead, you'll see, lots of black shows. Like I heard Greenleaf was a little bit like that, where you have a bunch of white writers writing a black story and telling black narratives and using black dialect. And it's just kind of like, what the hell, man? Like, in fact, let me see here. I'm going to look and see. That show, I remember hearing this about Greenleaf. So in fact, I'm going to look up and see who the writers were for Greenleaf. Okay, it looks like they do have some actually black writers in here, so they're not all white. I remember that maybe it was Straight Outta Compton that had. Let me see here. I don't want to be inaccurate when I say these things, but I think maybe Straight Outta Compton. Here we go. Here's what I found when I looked up writers for Straight Outta Compton. Let me see if I can get a picture of all the writers at one time. Here we go. Boom, right here. All right, so let me show you guys this picture. I'm gonna pull this up. Hit the thumbs up button if you haven't done that. Please hit the thumbs up button. But anyway, here is an image of the writers for Straight Outta Compton. And and I think this serves as a really interesting example of what I was talking about. I don't know who these two people are, Andrea Burlow and Jonathan Herm. It's Straight Outta Compton. I mean, what the fuck, man? But anyway, y'all probably think I'm just complaining or whatever, and it is what it is. I personally think I'm just setting the bar a little bit higher for black people so that we don't get totally exploited every time. But anyway, if you've seen the Harriet Tubman movie, leave your comments in the chat. Let people know what you thought about it. Also, let us know what you know about this lady, Kate Clifford Larson, because I'd be real curious to know the background story on her. Before you go, hit the thumbs up button, share, and subscribe button. Also, if you want to support the growth of black media, we are building black media here where we're reaching our own audience and probably about 1 million people a week. So you can actually go to intelligentblackpeople.com. That's intelligentblackpeople.com. We'd love to have you as a supporter because we are going to produce good, strong, knowledgeable, and black intelligent content on a regular basis. And we're also going to do extensive work to fund the creation and the support of independent black schools so that we can educate our own children. That's the goal for this generation. That's what we're going to accomplish. So take care, guys. Have a good night. I'll see you soon. Peace.